Yes.
Good morning. I'm State Representative Gloria Fox from Boston, and I understand that you're going to be opening up a center in my district at Roxbury Community College. We anticipate your arrival. We have been recruiting people for the Boston Census. It's important to all of us as elected officials to make sure that folks are sensitive to the residents of the area that they're going in to ask all of these questions. So I'm a part of that. I want to know what kind of jobs are going to be a part of the Boston effort and how many jobs and what the process is totally, so that we can make sure that every community is reflective of the folks that are coming around. I mean, yes, it is a trust problem. It is a trust problem, especially in this time. There's also been a number of changes in my district in terms of housing development and development overall. My particular district has changed considerably. I also represent all of the colleges pretty much in the city of Boston throughout Roxbury all the way over to the Fenway to Audubon Circle. So you know I touch on all of the colleges pretty much in the city of Boston. So I am concerned about us counting some of the students that are in the area as well. I'm more than willing to sit with you and with you also, Madam, and sort of map out how we're going to handle this so we're not undercounted. As a person of color, I'm concerned about that too, that the reflection of people of color as it relates to the resources that we need, we're not undercounted. So I thank you for taking all of these questions.
Answer. And I actually have a further question for you if you want to stay there for a moment.
We don't have any money, Mr. Secretary.
That's not the question, Gloria.
No.
Thank you.
I am on Ways and Means, so you're all right.
And yes, we are opening a second office in Boston in October of this year, and we will run our address canvassing operation and do our hiring for address canvassing operation out of the existing Boston office. So we are hiring locally. What that means is that depending upon where the work is, and for address canvassing it's everywhere, we have recruited a very large applicant pool. And in the terms of recruiting, we conduct a test. We collect information from the individual to send through a name check for the FBI. And then we gather all of the information for everyone who's qualified, and then we select based on geography. So the first thing is that the person has to become qualified. And from this qualified applicant pool, we identify the geography of our crew leader districts and our field operations supervisors district, and then get the applicants that are in that community and select from those applicants to create a team of enumerators who will go out and conduct the address listing operation in the community. The same process will hold for the larger operation, which is the non-response follow-up operation, and that will be run out of the local offices. And we'll do the similar process where we collect information. We look for the qualified candidates, their hours of availability. In many cases, we may be selecting from looking for a particular language skill that we know in a particular census tract, and so we'll look for bilingual workers in that area. Does that answer your first question about the jobs?
Yes, it does. And we'll talk further about that as well, since we've been recruiting for the last several months.
Yes.
And I participated in all, census processes even before I was a rep. So I'm anxious to make sure that, we're doing it properly, we're
and I think what helped contribute to our successful recruiting effort is that yourself and many representatives in the community found us testing space in the community, and that was provided free of charge for us to go and to conduct the test in a familiar setting for the residents of that community. And we are also happy to have, we have also received donated training space in communities, which is a huge opportunity for us, and we appreciate that, to be able to conduct training in many of the community organizations locations throughout the Boston area.
A informational session in Boston would be helpful as well. You planning on doing that?
I will look forward to that. You know, we conducted many of those prior
You've had
to
them at Roxbury
2000,
Community
and we'll
College.
look forward to information sessions. And I know we've been working very closely with the City of Boston, who is preparing to form a complete count committee. And we've been working on a number of issues for the last year and a half or so. I know that they're also planning several information sessions. We'd be happy to conduct one in any of areas within your district.
Very good. I was with the Caucus of Black State Legislators at a national symposium in Washington last week, and so we met with the national census folks as well. Mm-hmm. This is a concern that all of us have nationally, because it impacts on our legislative districts, not only locally but federally as well.
And as you know, we reached out to the State House, to the Black Caucus, to also work with the committee.